life in layouts, and today I am here for the For Love of Crafting and Sharing YouTube collaboration. This month is all about dies. So I decided to pick out this free sketch from June of 2014 because it had a lot of different icons and embellishments that I could use. I went ahead and pulled out this little boy collection as well as some orange cardstock because I wanted to have something different than the white cardstock. I have a lot of these pictures of Connor. He was one of the foster kids that was with us for a little bit. He was only with us for a couple months, but Defy is one of the places that we tend to take the boys quite a bit. It is an indoor trampoline park, and it is a time for them to get all of their energy out. And this little boy collection definitely has a lot of great boy-themed items on the A side, but I decided to go ahead and use the B sides of the papers. So I have a green polka dot, and then the brown is like a tone-on-tone plaid. It's hard to see in the video, but you'll definitely be able to see it in the close-ups. And then I also pulled in the stripe. That way I can pull in all of the colors. And I love to do that for collections, just using the B-sides, because then you just get a whole bunch of different colors. And that's really all that's really needed for this particular layout. So I did not have a 6x4 photo to place on the right hand side. So what I decided to do was take two of my photos and trim them down. They're almost a 3x4. They were a little bit bigger just so that I can make my photo a little bit bigger. And I went ahead and mounted them on white cardstock, and I'm going to use fun foam to pop up the photo on the right hand side. And then the photo on the left, I do follow the placements of the photo on the left hand side of the sketch. And that's really the base of my layout. Like, I got a ton of photos on this particular sketch. I was able to get 9 photos. And then what I decided to do for that collection of die cuts over to the right hand side, I just pulled out my star die and a die that I recently picked up after I saw Nicole, who is also in this crop. She had a little Polaroid die and I just loved it. So I was like, I am definitely going to get that. She had done a layout with some little Polaroid dies as embellishment pieces, and I was like, that's just awesome. I love the way that she had put that together. So I did use a couple of scraps as well as some of the 6x6 paper pad to cut out some stars with my Big Shot. Now I have a set of star dies that has a dotted edge around it, and I really like the detail that that adds to my particular layout. I just cut them in a bunch of different sizes. I did cut them out in the brown and then realized I was going to be putting brown stars on top of brown paper, so I didn't end up using a lot of those. I tried to put those up towards the green paper and away from the brown paper that was on there so that there was a little of a divide. And then I did go ahead and pull the photo off so that I was able to kind of tuck the stars underneath it and not have to worry about having the photo in my way. Now you can see there that I was able to pull in that little tiny Polaroid die, and I went ahead and just added some white cardstock to the back of it to make it really pop with that Polaroid style. Then on the left hand side, I pulled out one of my bigger Polaroid dies. I went ahead and used the blue polka dots for that particular die, and I love the way that that came out. Even though it's polka dot on polka dot, because they have a different size, with the green polka dots being a lot larger and the blue polka dots being a lot smaller, it just works next to each other even though they're the same design. I am going to end up putting my journaling on that little Polaroid card, and I just love the way that it turns out. I am also going to follow the sketch and add a couple of embellishment pieces over to the left hand side underneath that Polaroid where my journaling is going to go. Now for the upper right hand corner, it did call for an embellishment cluster up there, and I just went ahead and pulled the cloud sticker. It's a really large sticker. It doesn't really go with this. It doesn't really go with my title, but I liked it and it fit up there. And then when I went ahead and added the stars stickers to the top of that, it just all kind of came together. I didn't really add a whole lot of else up there because I had so many of the star dies throughout the layout. I really didn't focus on adding a whole lot of other embellishments to this because I just think that the stars really shine and become the focus of this layout when there's not a whole lot of other embellishments. I went ahead and pulled out these chipboard pieces from Bella Boulevard. I really like them. They are a blue tone-on-tone polka dot, but there's just so few letters in it that it's sometimes hard to use. And so my title is going to be a whole lot of Jummpin, and there was just a right amount of letters for the word Jummpin. I did have to move the photo over just a little bit to make sure that I was able to get all of the letters on the green cardstock. And then I pull out these little tiny tile stickers from Freckled Fawn and use those for my title of a whole lot of. And I just love the way that this title came out. This layout came together super quick. There's not a whole lot to it, but I think that it is a perfect layout to describe exactly what was going on with Connor just having a ball jumping on the trampoline. Here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. I do want to encourage you guys to go and check out all of the ladies listed below. I can't wait to see what they come up with this month. I think that it's going to be fabulous, just like every other month, and I am sure that they're going to come up with amazing topics for the dies, which I think is a little Halloween theme for the month of October. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.